I know what you're thinking. What about the money, right? I realized that it would take a very large amount of cash up front just to build the kind of place I'm imagining, or even just one section of it. Where is that going to come from? I do have some plans to raise initial funds, such as holding online events and doing outreach at local farmers markets and arts festivals. When I have my visual concept more fleshed out, and especially once I have the game up and running, I'll apply for grants and start reaching out to other potential large donors. It's definitely going to be a long journey. I'm not expecting it to just happen overnight. I plan to be working on this for the foreseeable future. But one thing I would like to cover today is how, once it's actually built, Recharge will generate revenues independently. For multiple reasons, a small access fee would be fair to apply to all patrons who want to spend time at Recharge. That can be in the form of a monthly membership, a day pass, or even just a very reasonable hourly fee. Skate rentals would be a separate cost, and so would any food from the cafe, of course. We could probably sell t-shirts and water bottles, though I'd want to make sure they are sourced responsibly and produced locally. For larger group gatherings, we'd want to set up a schedule and a room fee to reserve certain spaces at specific times. It would also be neat to have a shuttle bus, or maybe just a van at first, that could go around and pick up people who can't drive or otherwise don't have transportation. There could even be an after-school program for kids whose parents work in the afternoons. And of course, for that, we'd need to pay for professional child supervision and gas and vehicle maintenance, etc. So that would all factor into the amount people would be asked to pay to get in on that, though it might need to be subsidized by other revenues to keep the price reasonable. That'll probably be the biggest stretch here, honestly, but while we're just dreaming, it might as well be mentioned. What I'm most excited about, though, would be hosting regular special events like talent shows and festivals. Maybe there could be silent disco nights and hide-and-seek challenges, karaoke, costume contests, live arts performances. The possibilities are endless, and we could even run polls to gauge what the people are most interested in doing, because really, that's who it's all for. That's also the reason why the business structure of Recharge should be a cooperative. Everyone who works here is a partial owner and would get proportionally compensated for their contributions of labor, time, and expertise. I'm planning on doing more research, probably take a class or two on how this would actually function. I'm definitely not an expert yet. Ideally, I'll be able to find at least one partner, or at the very least a mentor who has experience operating this kind of thing. I'm sure lots of people will be really skeptical of this arrangement and have a number of different names they'd like to call me for wanting this. But just like any business, the success of the company would be the owner's success too. And because the owners would also be the workers, they would be motivated to do their best work and hold each other accountable. I know there's more to it than that, and maybe not everyone likes the idea of having to coordinate and cooperate as equals. I get that. But maybe some of us might like to try.